full-blown Rolex lover boy.
Yes, we are full blown Rolex lover boys. At least Amin and I are. Dan, I don't know. Dan don't beat. Yeah, that's what I like about Dan. Hey everyone, welcome to another Tuesday night watch talk. I am joined by my friends here. Dan, how are you doing this evening? What's going on?
Doing all right.
Okay, great, love it, love it. Sound is great. What's new with you, man?
Good. I'm having trouble with my audio though. I don't know. You're coming in a little choppy, but
Yeah.
it's just my Wi-Fi.
I'm hearing you choppy too, Rob. You're not.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dan, I don't think it's you. I think it's
Oh,
Rob.
okay. Yeah, because even the intro, I couldn't hear it. It was like super choppy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well.
Now
Just
we
push
hear you
through.
good.
Yeah. Good. So now you can hear me fine and
Yep.
clear. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Dan, what do you got on wrist tonight, man?
Tonight I have my titanium.
Look at that
G-Shock
focus.
Square.
Yeah. So professional.
Yeah. That's
I know.
that's the advantage of having like a real camera, like zoom, like.
Ooh, look at that fade. That's awesome. Yeah, I have a webcam, but I don't know. I think I have to update the driver or something like that because then it comes out. I come in choppy on when I do these streams, and so it's kind of like I don't know what to do. At first, it didn't happen. Now it's starting to happen. So actually, I get a good light here right in front of me, and I think the quality looks pretty good on my on the
Looks good.
Yeah.
You just don't get that blur. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I don't get that blur. That
nice
blur
lens,
is awesome.
You get the blur. Yeah.
Yeah. Can we see the blur?
I got a green screen, so no blur, but I can do the watch.
Oh yeah. That's the Ketelars, man. Beautiful.
Ketelars.
Yeah, it's a beauty, man.
Thank you.
Very nice. And I got the Santos, man. The Santos, the Mrs. Legs watch that I'm wearing.
That's nice.
She's yeah, no,
Does she have any interest in wearing that watch?
She's told me that whenever we go out,
yeah,
next time we go out, that's something like she wants to wear when she goes out, like a little dressy.
Got it.
So okay, sure, no problem. But I'm just not gonna let it sit in the watch box.
Of course not.
I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna wear it, and it's actually it's almost like it's almost like a to-go piece in the last week or two. Like I see myself going after it. Maybe it's because it catches my eye. I have like all round watches, and I have this square watch, and so I feel like I want to pick it up, and it's so comfortable. And the way everything is angled, like even like so the case back is not flat, right? It goes with the angle of the case, and so does the crystal. It's so comfortable on wrist. I love how it feels on wrist. So yeah, I mean, I'll wear it if she doesn't want to wear it.
Super nice.
Yeah.
Bobby, I think you should buy a lot more watches for her.
yeah. I should. Exactly. Oh man. Hey Neff, what's going on? How you doing? Bill K is here. Marceau is here a little early, wearing my King Samurai tonight. Very nice. Steve is here, getting the straps ready, and Justin following up as strapped in. Steve is wearing the guilloche on the wrist with it. Jaeger and Ben's here, just awesome watch. Rick here, what's going on? He's not strapped in. Time Hill is here. What's up, Steve? How you doing? Hey, Peter. How are you? Hobby is here. Dib, what is going on? Everybody's early today. I like it. Dave, how you doing? Nice first to join. Wilson is here. Kevin S is here. B Dev is here. James is here. Big Wrist. How you doing, sir? Paris Pat. Bonjour. That's the most French I could do. Wolfgang is here. How you doing? Auf Wiedersehen. No, that's goodbye. Do you guys know how to say hello in German? No. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you guys in a spot. Joey B, what's up?
I think it's just hello.
Hello. That's how they answer their phones. They're like, hello. Hello,
Oh my goodness.
right? F is here.
Hey, see, I was right. Hello.
Yeah. Hello. They have the phones that ring twice real fast. Ring ring. Ring ring. Ring ring. Hello. Yeah. 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 All right. I mean
Guten Tag.
that's,
That's-
that's all in my mind. That's all of Wolfie's conversations back at home. That's how it all sounds like.
Oh man.
Nerio, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for joining. Jeffrey's here, all the way from Perth. Awesome, love it. Scott's here. Wearing the SB05,
Awesome.
the Satori Billard. Yeah, can't take it off. Definitely. Pale Horse is here. Time Hill wearing the Urban Jurgensen. Kevin wearing the Tudor, the Pepsi Tudor. Yeah, let's go Flyers.
Well,
Yeah, did
what
they even
happened to
make the
Amin?
playoffs? What was that, Dan?
Amin just like poof disappeared.
Yeah, no, he'll be back. He'll be back. Hey, Chris, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. Watch Chris is here. Stefan, what is up? How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Chat is very, very active already. KMJ2318, my Mac screensaver always says, "Hello." I never knew what language it is. It was a lot. I think all of Europe, they answer the phone, "Hello." I think it's safe to say. I mean, I'm sure that some countries don't, but if you give me, if you say Rob, Bobby Legs, in Netherlands, how do they answer the phone? I'm saying "Hello," and I'm taking my chance. I'm rolling the dice. I'm taking my chances with it.
Amin's a magician over there. He's just like poof in and poof out.
Yeah. Welcome back, Amin. Never say my grandparents are from Dusseldorf, and that is not how they answer the phone. Ha ha ha. All right. Well, I'm not. I didn't say I was going to be right all the time. Okay. Kevin has just set back the German watch cause for a few dozen years. Hey, listen, hey, and Dan disappears. That's awesome.
I knew it was a good spot to leave, and that we'd still be talking about how to German answering the phone and stuff when I got back. So
Speaking of setting a German watch cause, I'm welcoming back a new, well, not new to me per se, a Zen in the next day or two, and I'll get to that in a bit. Paris Pat, he's wearing the Aquaterra. So yeah, so I have that harboring, right? The Felix, and it just wasn't like jiving with me in my collection. I wasn't like wearing it. I had sent it away from consignment. It didn't really sell. Probably had it priced a little too high. And then I was like, let's bring it back and maybe I'll give it another shot. And then somebody reached out to me and wanted to make a trade. And yeah, it was, I kind of liked it. I kind of liked the trade. So I'm getting back. Part of the trade is a Zin 856 UTC, which will be the third time I've had that watch. And so
Oh,
hopefully
it's
this
good because
time.
you like that one anyway. It's not
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
traded for something you didn't really like.
No, right. I mean, and like that was probably the only watch I would have probably have accepted in a trade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, I would have probably just sold it. You know what I mean? But that part of the trade package was that watch, and yeah, excited to get that back, and hopefully it stays in the collection this time. I think it will.
flip it. I want Rob to set the record. I want him to flip it like 5 times, that watch.
The same watch.
Well, look. Okay, so the first time doesn't count as a flip because the first time there was an issue with the movement and I had to send it back to Watch Buys, and they acknowledged that there was something wrong with the movement. They said they fixed it. They sent it back. Same thing happened. The issue kept on happening. So I sent it back to them a second time, and they just refunded me because they couldn't replace the watch because they didn't have any more in stock, and they didn't know when we were gonna get it back. So so that doesn't count as a flip. That doesn't count as a flip, obviously. So the second time was a flip. Eventually, I sold it, and this time I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it in the collection. Zin for the win. Yeah, third time's a charm. I have a feeling the third time's. Okay, have you guys? Okay, have you guys? You guys, there's no way you guys have had a watch 3 times in your collection, right? There's no way
Not
that you
even
got rid of it
twice.
twice. Not even twice.
Not
Okay,
even twice. Yeah.
Not that I
Amin,
can remember.
maybe a
I think
Seiko.
I've owned I've owned the SKX 173 at least twice. If you count different colors of it, then 3 times.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff McMahon has you beat. He's bought the same watch like 17 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no chance of a world record here then.
No. It's like me trying to catch up to like Jack Nicklaus with the Masters win. I mean, like with Grand Slam championships. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not gonna. You know.
This
I don't
watch
think
is getting flipped.
No
Come
way,
on.
dude.
Who are you
No way.
fooling?
No way, dude. It's gonna be my travel watch.
I
you
didn't
know?
just meet this guy. This watch is gone.
Dib said he's bought and sold the blue Seiko Alpinist 3 times. Kept it there one for at least 2 years. Okay, well, look, you kept the third one for at least 2 years. That's not a flip.
Hmm.
That's not, to me, not a flip. I mean, he sold it. He sold it, right? But I mean, like a flip. I mean, it's got to be less than a year old. In my mind, I think of it as that way. Jim T says that he has the Omega Seamaster 1521. Hobby Lobby Stain, I had considered owning the NTD Seamaster 300 on the bracelet for the third time, even though I know better. So you're
I
considering
love
it.
that one. I love
Yeah,
that
isn't
one.
it? Is that the one that Sanjay had that Marcus ended up having?
No,
No? Okay.
he's talking about the James Bond, the titanium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Kevin is saying Jeff McMahon has the longest, most angst-ridden Instagram posts. I just started following him a couple weeks ago, and it's just it feels like it's not. The best way I could describe his Instagram account is like it feels like somebody is impersonating him. Like the pictures. Do you know what I mean? Like the pictures
Yes.
aren't real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
they feel like they'd like snapshot from like his from a video or
It
something like
feels
that.
that way a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
of the facial expressions too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like let me see if I can get a good one for you.
So like he's catfishing you.
Yeah. It feels that way. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up. And look, I love. I really like Jeff. I mean, I think you guys know that. So I don't mean this as a okay, yeah, I'm kind of making fun of him. All right, that's fine. I'll just say it. But like he has like some shots like this. This is not so bad. Like, and then he has like a week ago I did a kettlebell workout with no issues. I mean, this is how I know it's real though, because he's going into detail about his workouts.
Yeah.
Like only him would.
But it's the squinty kind of smoldering look, right? Where he's
Yeah.
that sometimes it does
he's
seem
a
like a little
character.
bit of a satire.
Yeah, I mean, like look at this like Instagram post. Like that's like huge. That takes a
Oh
long
my
time,
God.
especially when you're on your phone. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Then he's got like a couple like in a row like this. Like it totally looks like it's a fake account, right? It totally does. But it's not. It's not. Mez9, he's here. Hey all, BB58 tonight. Great watch. KR Joy's here. I bought and sold the same watch in a different dial color before. Aaron Dunlap here. Have owned 6 SKX. Yeah, I've owned a lot of SKX. But do they count? I guess maybe they do. Maybe they should. Marceau saying I've bought and sold several Seiko Samurais. This is the 4th or 5th one. Yeah. I mean, there's some watches that like I just feel comfortable with, and the Zen 856 is one of those watches that I could feel like I could always have in the collection. I could always pick it up. I could always sell it. Yeah.
I think the Samurais, as long as they're all different colors, it's okay. But if you bought the
No.
same color 5 times, that's a problem.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a problem. Stefan is saying, never rebought a watch I sold. When I sell, it's rare and well considered. Well, that's the thing. If you don't sell, right, you're never going to run into this issue. Jeff is always looking for a new platform to lose his mind on. Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Let me hear. I'm catching up here. Dib is saying only time I've see a write that much on Instagram is when they're on speed mixed with a little bit of air and topped off with a martini. Holy mackerel. Okay. Uh, maybe he works for a company that fills picture frames with stock photos. Maybe. Okay. So I think, I want to touch on something here that I've been thinking about a lot lately, and it involves watches and buying watches and collecting, but at a bigger scale, casting a wider net, thinking about the economy and what's going on, and trying to make sense out of it all. And so, today, inflation, surged. The report came out 8.5% in March, year over last March, right? And so, things are getting more and more expensive, and I'll get to why I think it's, how it relates to watches and watch buying. And so I saw this part here, and this was very interesting to me, right? Um, they polled people, right? And people, 52% of the people say they're going to start cutting back out on dining. And actually in the report, it says that they're considering even more. But right now, about 52% of the people are going to cut dining out. 42% cutting back on driving because of gas prices. 40% are canceling or thinking about canceling a trip or vacation. Cancel a monthly subscription. 36% switch to a generic product, et cetera, et cetera. And so it gets me thinking, with watch prices, and some aspects of watch pricing going insane, right? And we're having, independence now. Like, you're waiting a year or two to get your watches. Today, Chapek putting out the news that they're not going to take any new orders for another year or two, or whatever it is, right? How long can this sustain itself in the watch market? Like, how long? I mean, not every brand is on fire, but a lot of brands are on fire, right? And it just seems to me that it can't be sustainable, especially when there's other economic issues going on and interest rates are heading northward. What if you had a crystal ball, guys? Right? And I'll start off with you. What do you think? What is the watch market as a buyer going to look like, and a seller, in like 6 months from now? What do you think?
I think I'm the worst at
Okay.
knowing anything about the economy or
Hmm.
finances, and I'm like one step above burying cash in my, stuffing it in my mattress and putting it in my backyard as like my main investment strategy. Like, I'm not financially minded, but I mean, what I keep hearing people say is that a lot of the a lot of the hype and demand and is gonna top out and then come down.
Hmm.
I'm not sure I believe it, because I feel like a lot of people are not gonna have to make hard decisions during this. Like,
Hmm.
there's a lot of people buying luxury watches that are gonna be just fine buying luxury watches no matter what happens. That's my guess. So I just don't know. Like, if it, which of those is the reality? Is it that a lot of people are going to have to make different decisions, like you put up this graphic here, and so it's going to start some of the demand will go down, some of the hype will die down, things will be worth less later, or if it's just that the segment driving this is sort of immune to this. I don't know.
Fair enough. But I
I
mean,
can
so
tell you what it makes me think about doing is that, I don't know. I think maybe actually I'll come back to that because I'm not sure
Okay.
how it makes me feel.
Dan, what do you think?
I already see because I look at um, the classifieds maybe like once or twice a day. I'll just see if I'll just scroll through and see if there's anything interesting on the forums, and I already see the entry level stuff taking a hit. There's a lot of listings and the prices are softening.
Mhm.
Like anything like under like 1500 is softening.
Yeah.
Stuff is not selling. People are bumping up the threads constantly. Stuff that usually should sell quick is not moving, so people have to lower their prices.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the entry level in the next six to 12 months is going to take a hit.
Mhm.
The type of people who buy that kind of stuff as their as their main watches, they're not going to be able to afford to, spend that kind of extra money when it's
Yeah.
going to like energy bills and gasoline bills
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
food costs are going up. But I also think that part of the watch buying frenzy right now is like a FOMO because like buy it
Mhm.
now, lock in your price before the price increases because everybody's
Mhm.
increasing their prices. Every manufacturer is
Yeah.
increasing their prices. So it's like
Yeah.
people are using it as an asset. So it's like, if you can buy something that is going to hold like Rolex, then buy it now instead of before they raise their prices 10% again in 6 months.
Yeah.
And then another 10% in 6 months. So that's already 20% in a
Yeah.
year. So it's like, might as well buy it now.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I of course this ultra high end stuff is not really going to be affected as much. We're
Mm.
talking like over 50,000. That's people who can afford that stuff. It's like, yeah, whatever. It's not going to
Yeah.
hurt me. But I think the entry level stuff. I mean, like I said, I've already seen it softening in the used
Mhm.
marketplace.
Mm. Yeah, I think obviously having a crystal ball. I mean, like it's hard to predict, right? I mean, like I'm no watch market expert. I'm no economic conditions expert. I I know that what I saw at the beginning of quarantine, when everybody thought everything was going to crash, and for the first month or two, the stock market really took a dip, and let's put a caveat there: stock market does not reflect actually the economy, right? I mean, a lot of these companies, were still, busting out great earnings, but the stock market took a dip and then it came roaring back, right? I mean, it went down at one point like 30 something percent. And I think we closed that at the end of last year, like at 27, 28%, the S&P up. So, you know, it's really hard to predict these kind of things. And this is just the best guess scenario. I just don't see, um, I agree with you, Dan. I think a lot of the affordables or if they're not taking a hit now, they will be taking a hit because a lot of the most of us blue collar guys, we think about daily expenses, right? And so and most of the watches that we purchase are kind of in that price range too, right? So if we're worried about paying for gas or groceries, we're definitely not going to be paying for those watches. I mean, if we have to feed our family, put food on our plates, and it's getting more expensive to do that. Um, I think there's some brands that are probably going to be immune to all this. And you mentioned Rolex, and I think I mean,
Yeah.
Rolex, if anything, you'll get your money back. And
I
some of
think a
this
lot
high,
of people look at Rolex right now and think it's one of the safest places you can put your money. Not
probably, yeah,
just to get your money back, but to
yeah,
make money.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
it's
so with
In Russia, they had
commodity.
people lining up for luxury goods in Russia.
Yeah,
People are
yeah,
lining up.
that's a unique circumstance, right? But
yeah,
Detroit Spartan saying his AD demand is through the roof right now. But that I think Rolex is its own
Yeah.
its own case.
But so let's set Rolex aside, and you know, I want to bring something up, but let's catch up with the chat because I know the chat is just saying I'm waiting for the entire thing to tank. I'll scoop up those hard to get watches for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, that's my strategy too.
The big risk is saying with inflation the way it is, I'm cutting back on fast food and driving. So far, so good. Caliber saying true, but I'm also hearing that these things are very soft for gray market dealers. No trips to Disney World with the kids equals more watches, Marcel saying. That's funny. Detroit saying if the entire country is shutting down in 2020 didn't hurt the luxury watch market, gas prices sure aren't. Party is already over. Watchbox and luxury with our videos both mentioned the top end of the market is dead. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, the really ultra high end stuff is you know, I'm not 100% sure it's totally immune because what we're seeing in the housing market, like the really expensive homes are having trouble selling, you know, and it's those first time home buyers, those smaller one family homes are the hottest part of the market, even though it's coming to a really hot burn now. But I don't know if there's a correlation between ultra high end homes and ultra high end watches, but at least in the ultra high end homes, we're seeing, you know, them taking a hit and then homes staying on the market for a long time. James is saying, I am buying fewer watches and collecting experiences. No joke, going to Disney, going on a Disneyland trip this summer instead of buying fun watches. Let's see here. Wolfgang is saying a lot of people now consider buying a watch Rolex mostly instead of holding cash. Demand at retail is at its highest ever, as far as I can tell from the Vegas stores. And Detroit saying, yeah, this is what Amin's saying, that the AD is demand is going through the roof. Wolfgang says the Blue Boutique had the best month ever in March, 6 pieces over 100K. Whoa. So what about like a, you know, I want to talk about a brand like Omega, right? Now, Omega supposedly has, you know, cut the, how much the margin on its ADs, right? Supposedly. And we're not seeing as many, you know, breaks to the customer these days, right? That's the rumor out there. You can't really get the big deal on the Speedmaster anymore, or a new Seamaster 300. But Omega, while it does have some very high end pieces, it's mostly a like a mid luxury
Mid-tier.
kind of brand, mid tier, right? Do we think that, you know, going on with the circumstances of the economies going on in the next like few months, that maybe Omega maybe starts giving some breaks again? They produce a lot of watches, you know. They're not Rolex in that aspect where people are parking their money on a Speedmaster. You know what I mean? You know, are we going to see? Do you guys think we're going to see something like with Omega, like as an example, maybe getting a bigger discount at the end? Or what I'm getting at is, like, I think I'm holding on to my money until the end of the year before I make any purchases, and so I think that is a sound strategy, especially since we don't really know what's going to happen. It just doesn't look that good, economy wise. I don't know.
Yeah, if you're after Sapphire Sandwich, I would say hold on to your money because I think the used market for those there's gonna be a ton of them available shortly because Omega sells a bajillion of those. So it's anybody who's like hurting for cash is gonna be trying to dump those.
Yeah. Nira can vouch for not giving breaks. Yeah, he went to a boutique to buy to get his watch. Boutiques don't typically, or have not typically, given breaks anyway. I think Omega is catching some frustrated Rolex buyers. Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Kevin S says, I don't see significant breaks from Omega anytime soon. It's really up to the individual IDs. Another interesting thing, Vegas is super busy, huge crowds, very strange. Well, maybe more people are just, instead of doing international traveling. I mean, let me take that back. I know Vegas attracts a lot of international tourism as well, but maybe more Americans are staying in country, and maybe that's why they're going to places like Vegas. Maybe they'll go to Disney World. Joe B says peppermint patty is cool, but I'm gonna get a Marcy to watch my Subaru Outback and simple shoes. I must have popped into a conversation there. Sorry, guys.
I don't know the references.
I am buying more watches than ever, says Jim T. There's always a ton of speedies in the market. So, Amin, are you put aside like whatever vow you made at the beginning of the year where you're only going to buy a certain amount of watches and whatnot? We know you've broken that. I know you're going to try to tell us how you didn't really, but whatever. Let's just move on past from that. Are you concerned? Are you like maybe parking some of that watch funds to the side, waiting to the end of the year, or you just, if you see something you like, you're just going to buy it?
I already had kind of shut things down a lot, and so this doesn't really change that too much. Yeah, I mean, I traded 2 watches for equal money watches. I bought one small spacecraft, and otherwise I've been pretty much keeping it cool. I got a couple long-term things that going on. So there's that Andrej Burkus watch, Hodinky Burkus. I think he said I'm on the list for 2024 or maybe 2023. So when he calls my name, I'm ready to answer.
Yeah.
If Rolex
have you
calls
decided
me,
on the design?
I think I want to get a 1-second Remontoire for sure. And
so is that going to act like a deadbeat then?
I'm not sure exactly what I think so. Yeah, I think it will be a Remontoire with a deadbeat seconds. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to working on it. He seems to be willing and able to do a lot of things. And if my same plan, if they offer me a Sky Dweller, I'm still going to get that. And then this Chapek thing came up recently. If that comes through, I'm going to get that. Although that won't come through this year for sure. Maybe not next year either, and maybe never.
How serendipitous is that? You got in right under the wire, supposedly, right?
Possibly. Yeah, it's. I still could get canceled. You never know. So no, it didn't change anything for me, but I was already in like buy less watches mode.
Yeah.
Going into this. As far as Omega, I feel like they fought hard to get to the point where their stuff isn't all getting sold gray market out the back door. And for them to react to this and go, okay, you could sell it gray market out the back door. That seems like they're giving up a lot of ground that they fought hard for. So again, I don't know anything about finance or what's profitable for these companies, but it would surprise me a little bit if the prices got a lot better in 6 to 12 months.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we'll see. Look, like I said, I'm just holding on to some of my cash, and I'm just going to see what's going to happen, what's going to shake out.
The other thing about this whole situation is I feel like, I don't know if cash or anything else. I guess, like I said, I'm not just saying this. I'm really not very knowledgeable about investment. So I feel like no matter what I do with my money, it's at risk. And like, I don't know a better place to put it than anywhere else.
Really. Yeah. Ms. Knight saying, got a chance to try on the Tudor Pro on the strap today. Wore great thickness, really a non-issue. That's great news, Ms. Knight. I actually, my Tudor guy reached out to me this week, and he said he had one, but it was on the NATO, and I'm trying to be more careful, right? I don't want to jump on it because it was offered to me. I want to get exactly the one I want. So if it's not on the bracelet or on that hybrid rubber leather strap, I'm not interested. And some may say, okay, just get the NATO and then you can buy the strap. Like, no, I just don't want to spend I don't want to buy what I don't want to buy. You know what I mean? So if I have to wait a little bit longer, that's totally fine. I'll wait. I'll tell you what. I've been. I don't know about you guys, but my Instagram feed has been just bombarded lately with that Tudor root beer.
Hmm.
And it's growing on me so much. I mean, it has been growing on me, but now it's just like, do I tell my guy also to look out for that one, and whichever one comes first? You know, I'm getting to that.
Yeah.
I'm almost at that point. Um,
You didn't have
Jane,
one though, did you? I don't remember.
was that?
Did you have a GMT, Black Bay GMT?
No, I didn't have
You never
not
had one,
the
right?
not the pep not that Diet Pepsi. No, I did not. Boutiques do not discount, and big ADs are heavily discouraged from discounting. Small and sad ADs still discount though. Orange Hand, he's waiting for the bubble to burst, then going on a buying spree. Ceramic Daytonas for pennies on the dollar. Right. Kevin saying buying solid, well-loved sports watches from reputable brands is not a big risk these days. Zen Master, I'm definitely slowing down watch purchases this year. Only one big purchase planned, and maybe a Seiko too, if one catches my eye. Kevin S, he's a big fan of the root beer. Yeah, I may just have to just throw that in the mix, because it looks beautiful. It definitely looks beautiful. Okay, so well, thanks for playing along, guys. I know it's not usually what we talk about, the economics of stuff, but I don't know. I just been thinking about it a lot lately, and and how it relates to my watch collecting, and I appreciate talking it out for sure. So, what do you guys say? Do you want to look at some new releases? Let's see what's out there, if there's anything, and let me know if Amin and Dan, if there's something you want to talk about. So PRX with a new green, okay. Baltic, blah. Okay, so
Let's look at the Baltic.
okay, okay. So
I think this is just horrible. Like it
What don't you specifically? What don't you like?
yeah,
like it's a very cliche design overall, but that's true of like all Baltics that look like this kind of dial design. And then I think the colors, it just looks horrible. It's like they took the worst aspects of that street diver Louis Vuitton and got inspired by that and just, oh, I don't know how to. It's just like they said, let's take a really tired sub homage kind of thing and trot it out with nasty colors, just a ugly color scheme, and make it extra cheap looking.
yeah. I think that probably another brand that's caught up in the whole color craze. Even though the dials are pretty much, looks like the dials are all the same. It just maybe some different straps and different highlights here and there. I don't know. My feeling about Baltic is, um, if you like them, buy them. I just don't like being sold this. I think, and I think Amin, you wanted to start talking about this because you want to see me go off a little bit on Baltic, but but
I wanted to say my piece. I
don't
usually try to stay restrained because there's like just because there can be one time I said I liked one time I basically dissed a watch. This is predates when we've known each other.
Mhm.
And this lunatic who really liked the watch was really chasing me all around the internet, like making crazy statements at me. And so I tend to hold my tongue when I see something terrible, but I just had to let it out this time. This is terrible. Sorry, Rob. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, couple poo knives being thrown out here.
Yeah.
Look, my whole issue with Baltic is, being sold this this idea that Etienne Malik is like this new star in in horology, and he's one of the best young designers out there. I'm sure these watches are just fine for what they are, right? Most of them, whatever. Maybe not this line, but I mean, like the sector dials, whatever homage to Patek or old like in Longines watches that he gets inspiration from. Don't sell me that he's like this great designer. He might be a great compiler of other designs, but he is not a future star, and that's where I take issue with Baltic. Yeah, Dan, any thoughts on Baltic or this?
I don't feel nearly as strong as you guys.
Mhm.
The most of their watches, I like their designs because it's not really offensive. This is just obviously riding a trend of like the Tiffany green, and then they put a splash of purple for whatever reason. Yeah, this one's not for me, but it doesn't make me angry.
Yeah.
But like I like some of those. I like their sector. I like that micro rotor one they came out with earlier. But yeah, I don't have a problem with Baltic as a brand.
I don't really have a problem with some of those other watches you named, Danny, either, or Baltic as a brand. I just think this watch is horrible.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Kevin
You're allowed to. You're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah.
Kevin S says, "Let's talk straight here. This is a complete, you know what that means. It's a watch that tells the time on a strap. There's a bezel and things." BB Baltic is an example of good marketing elevating a bad watch to hype levels. I don't know if it's a bad watch. I just that's my issue is particularly with Revolutionary Watch and Waco saying that this guy is like the hot new thing in horology.
Well, I mean, after watching Waco's interviews from whatever that watch week was, I mean, he's pretty positive about a great many things. You know,
everything is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. So
everything is the greatest thing ever.
Yes, everything is the greatest. Here's the thing, though. If you want to be in, look, Bobby Legs and Amin Cell Straps and 911 Dan, we're not influencers, right? We just give our opinions. But if you have a magazine and you have a YouTube channel and you want to be an influencer, you want to be in the game, you got to be careful what you say. And I know that is a philosophy that nobody takes, right?
Yeah.
From the media to
that
whatever.
horse has left the barn.
Right. You got to be, but I mean, you got to be. Your words have responsibility. I mean, you have a responsibility for your words, and people. Some people will take your words seriously and buy the watch that you are also trying to sell with your magical words. And so I don't know. I'm sure there's other people in the watch community that do this all the time. He just got me the wrong way because of the brand that he was trying to solicit and or sell. And I don't know.
I mean, listen, he has a magazine. He has to get people to buy ads. And how do you I mean, and he has influence as far as there's a lot of people that follow him. So
yeah,
and,
I guess you're right, Dan. I just maybe
you got to sell ads. I mean, if you're an ass, then no one's gonna want to buy ad space.
Maybe that's why I'm not in the magazine business, I guess.
Yeah.
Wolfgang wants to put to a vote, never to talk about Baltic ever again.
We should definitely move on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Let's talk about the dog watch.
The dog watch, yes. The Hodinkee Bamford release, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Do I have to go to shop? Oh, here it is. So look, I got that email a couple days ago, letting me know that because I guess I have an account with Hodinkee, right? And letting me know that we're gonna release this watch to be on the lookout for the email. And look, I thought for a hot second about buying this watch. I stopped myself because the only reason I would buy this watch is to flip it, you know, a couple months from now, right? And maybe make a little bit more money than what I paid for
I
it.
mean,
And that,
someone sold one today for $4,000 on eBay.
oh, really? See,
Like
like,
the auction closed. Like someone paid for
yeah.
it.
Now I'm not knocking anybody who does that, not at all. I just it's not for me. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'd be if I bought this, I'd be taken away from maybe somebody who's like a really big Snoopy watch fan. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. The Bamford Instagram said that this collection sold out in 3 minutes. So 250
They only made
watches, I believe.
250 pieces, right? They only made
But
250
3
pieces.
minutes? 3 minutes
Yeah,
is crazy.
I believe it.
I mean, it probably got flooded with people who are trying to make a quick buck.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only 4 of them on eBay, so I mean, a lot of people are keeping them then, right?
Maybe a lot of people are waiting for them to arrive at their house before they put them on eBay. But
That's a bad strategy. You always got to put it up there first.
I hate
Because there's
this
only
watch.
there's a finite number of people who are willing to pay over list for this, and you got to strike early.
Yeah.
I like the previous version better without the tweed jacket. I think it's
Mhm.
better.
The Joe
yeah,
Cool,
it's not-
yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, I kind of I do kind of like them. Not enough to want to spend close to $2,000 for it, you know.
Yeah.
But I do kind of like them. I do kind of like the little Woodstock as a GMT. I do like it. I think it's cool.
I would have preferred a 3-hander, and the Woodstock is the second hand. See the bird flying around. That would have been more fun.
Yeah. Waco to Bobby Legs, come at me, bro. All right, man. Hey, listen. After Waco went off on Lufthansa, I don't know if I want to mess with him. He seems like he gets unhinged very easily.
Dude, that was a hell of a rant.
Yeah. Did he take that down? I hope he took that down because you don't want that out there. Okay. Moving on. Yeah. Tib saying the greatest watch ever, the Snoopy, better than a Rolex, and Patek Philippe. I wonder if Dib got one of these. Way overpriced, even if we're getting. I don't know. I mean, is it way overpriced? I don't think so.
No, all their undones are about that price.
Yeah, I mean, it's a GMT complication. Let's see here. I forget.
1850.
Yeah, it's got a Salida
Salida.
SW 330 movement, 42 hour. I mean, like, I don't think it's that overpriced. They could probably just charge $3,000 for this, and it still would have sold out.
Oh yeah.
Wolfgang, hanging with Bobby K too much, Dib, have you? Yeah. I think Bobby may have picked one up. Isn't Swatch Watches doing peanuts at the moment? I don't know. Is it? Are they? James is getting undone vibes.
I
Orange
agree.
Yeah.
Looks cheap.
Undone.
Snoopy exploitation is really getting out of hand. Charles Schultz is rolling over in his grave. Bamford and Revolution did make a similar watch, for sure. Tweed is nature's Viagra. Did with the hot statement there. They not all that expensive for Hodinkee and Bamford release. Pretty cheap. Yeah, I think so. I mean, look. I don't know. I can't attest to the quality of the watch, but in regards to like a Hodinkee and Bamford release, this is pretty inexpensive in my opinion. I'll save up to the Snoopy 3. My ID should get me one by 2029. Yeah. Okay. So moving on from the Snoop. Anything else? Any of these Grand Seikos new, or are they just like a different dial or different like description of a tree?
That pink one is a brand new case.
This one here, the Grand
The
Seiko,
pink
the
one?
44.
Yeah, that's a brand new case. Well, it's a same design, but they shrunk it down considerably.
So what is it now? A 38.
It's 36.5
Okay.
wide and 42.7 lug to lug.
So is this more
it's
like a
really small
unisex
watch.
kind of like?
This is aimed at women. This is aimed at women. Yeah, you know, especially the pink color too. It's aimed
Yeah.
more. It's a much more feminine, catering to small size wrists. So it's.
I mean,
I like it.
it's a nice texture dial for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Kirazuri. It's a nice looking watch.
It's is it quartz?
No, this is just automatic.
Man, I could see like my wife asking me to set the time on this one for her.
But it's reasonably big price. It's like 5,400.
Yeah.
Limited to 1,200. I think it'll do well.
Yeah, good looking. Thoughts, Amin? Any thoughts?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
It's not like game changer. I mean, it
No.
looks like a lot of Grand Seikos.
Yeah. This is the green birch.
Correction. This is a manual wine, not an automatic.
Oh, forget it. No.
Yeah.
Women are not going to buy that watch. I mean, no offense to any women watching.
You got a point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quartz would have been better, right? 9F.
Right. Yeah, and lighter. Anything? I mean, I think it's been pretty slow on the releases lately. Neff says that 36.5 is a good size for him. I don't mind that. I mean, I would wear that watch. I mean, I don't care if it's pinked out. I mean, like I'd wear the
the color doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
The lug to lug is just way too small for me. Like my smallest I have is a 45 lug to lug, and it's too small for me. So 42 is just there's no way I could pull that off.
Kevin S says I like it, but I'm not a buyer for this one. But would you buy it for your wife, Kevin? Right? You bought some watches for your wife, I think. Would she wear that? Let's see here. So I think you have any new watches here. Yeah, so I guess typically slow, right?
Someone was asking thoughts about the Mont Blanc GMT 1858 GMT.
Oh, I think
Ryan's
I did see
show
that.
don't tell. So I can.
You have it on?
I have it up. Yep.
Okay.
Is that the one with the cutouts?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll let you guys go first.
I don't think it's that novel. I haven't seen exactly this. Christopher Ward has kind of something similar to this on a World Time, where there's like a little highlighting thing that goes around for indicating the time zone of interest, which is sort of like a GMT. This just looks like a mishmash of. It's like, I know every watch takes influence from other watches, but this kind of seems to clumsily take influence from other watches to me. I don't like it. I'm in a bad mood tonight. I don't like anything tonight. But this, you can add this to the list of watches I don't like.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it either. I think you said it, Dan, like a week or two. You take away the Mont Blanc, and it looks like a micro brand.
It could be any Kickstarter, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it'll do well commercially just because it's like not offensive. It's just like, it's easy to digest, but it's not like if I saw that from across the room, I wouldn't be like, oh, is that a Mont Blanc? I would just be like, whatever. They need something that kind of like sticks out in the market. They have so much potential, but it's just we're wasting it. They're not using Minerva at all.
Yeah.
I think the Tag and the Longines are both better looking than this too.
Oh yeah, way better.
Yep, I agree. Stefan, thanks for this super chat. Your guys' take on the Cartier Caliber Cartier Diver. This watch has. I'm not going to take the screen back from you. This watch has been growing on me, actually.
The Diver or the Driver?
Is it a diver? Yeah, no, the diver, right? You saying
Oh.
Cartier diver,
Mm.
the Calibre de Cartier diver? I
don't know
think
this
he's
one.
talking about. I think he's talking about this watch.
Okay.
This watch has been growing, on me, but I have to say, like, all Cartier has been growing on me lately. You know, for a while now. It is a big watch, right? I mean, it is 42, 23 and a half lug width. I see here. I think this is the one you're referring to, Stefan. Maybe it's not the same color. Um, but I dig it. It's different. It's like it's not your typical dive watch, right? It's a little bit different than most things that I've seen anyway on a diver. I kind of like it. I don't know if I'm a buyer, but I have to say anything Cartier right now is really working for me. Any thoughts, guys?
Not for me.
Not for you.
So
No.
it's okay. Yeah. Looks well made.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I think it's nice that they're making a watch for women who are collectors. They are underrepresented. Underrepresented.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I think the big thing with that Grand Seiko release is that if you look at the rest of their women's collection, it's all like 80s design, gaudy diamonds and two-tone. There's nothing for the enthusiast. There's nothing with like an interesting dial texture, but it fits them better. So I think this watch will do well for female enthusiasts because, they want to wear the you know the Grand Seiko with the beautiful dial,
Mhm.
but maybe they don't want diamonds, bezel, and a two-tone. They want something that looks unisex, but is just a little bit smaller and it fits better. So I think this is the right move for them. Get away from that old cliche women's watch and just make something that's like unisex but smaller. I think it's the right direction.
Roman numerals on a diver gives me a headache. I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that for sure. Yeah, Stefan, that's it. Yeah. Are you considering one, Stefan? What about the Omega CK859? Which one is that?
That's a new one that came out, the small
Oh, the
second.
sector dial.
Yeah.
This one. I think it's cool.
Yeah. Price is reasonable.
Yeah.
Good looking watch.
Yeah, it's a good looking watch. I mean, so what's the I just pulled it up here on a different page. What's the pricing on this one again?
It's like 6,500 or something like that.
Yeah, see, so for me, look, I mean, I don't know how long. I mean, I like the idea of having a sector dial. I don't know how long it would like stay with me in a collection. So although I do like this one, I don't know if I would be willing to spend that much without knowing that I can keep a sector dial in the collection. So I would probably go with like a Longines sector dial first and
Yeah.
see how it takes. Amin, you got something for me to put up?
No. Am I
Oh, okay.
am I sharing? Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't even mean to.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. No worries. If you like Cartier, yeah, I think me too. Wolfgang saying is check it out, Stefan. He was underwhelmed. Okay. KI Joy loves everything with no Roman numerals. I'm starting to like everything with Roman numerals too.
I'm the opposite.
Yeah, I used to hate them. I used to hate Roman numerals on watches. Now I'm starting to like them. Dave is saying Cartier plus diver feels weird. It's like ordering orange juice at McDonald's. I don't know if it's like ordering orange juice at McDonald's, but it's definitely like it might be like brushing your teeth and then drinking orange juice.
Ooh.
That's weird. Or it's not, or it's nothing like that. I don't know. I'm just saying. This new Omega has 0 appeal since Longines went to their back catalog. Yeah. Wolfgang loves it.
Dave, I'm sorry. Dave says I used up all my good vibes on my stream. I had a long day. I'm hating on watches today.
Yeah, yeah. I was feeling a little hate on watches today too, man. Like
Yeah.
nothing. Like today was one of those days, and I don't know if it was I'm tired or the kids. Like I drove them to school, and then I got there and I didn't get the email, and the school was closed, and I had to drive them back home.
Mm.
Like like I'm like nothing. Watch today appealed to me. Plus, I got let down with the Mad 1 release. I got the email saying that you're SOL.
Don't despair.
Yeah, yeah, don't despair. We'll come out with another one at
Dan,
the
did
end
you
of the
get
year.
your reply?
I did not get a rejection yet.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah,
I got nothing so far.
Yeah, wait till the end of the year when there's like 50,000 people sending emails. You know what I mean? It makes it that much harder to get.
Oh, let's go to Wolfgang. Wolfgang.
You fell very strongly for a watch today. Well, which
Ooh,
watch is
What
that?
did he go see today? I don't even know. I didn't even know he went to
Send
go
that man
look.
a link. Bring him on the stream.
Come on.
Well, all
Get
right,
on.
here we go. Copy.
All right. There's a link only for Wolfgang.
There you go, Wolfgang. Neff, I think they're kind of like parceling
talk
out
to
the
us.
emails because I don't think Amin. You haven't gotten the rejection email yet from
Not
Mad
yet.
One, right?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps asking me if I got the rejection email yet. I feel like why you gotta assume it's a rejection email, you know? Could be a happy email.
Could be. Steve got the rejection email.
Sorry, Steve. Anybody, Wolfgang not allowed to spill it.
He's in underwear.
Stop.
That's okay, Wolfie. Get it. That's fine.
Yeah,
What
we
could
don't
it
we don't want an underwear. We don't want to see your underwear. We just want to see your face, man. Come on.
Anybody get a Mad One yes today?
Oh yeah, please let us know. Hobby Bobby wants to talk the SBGE 285.
You got it?
SBGE 285. Grand
That's the
Seiko.
white GMT. Yeah, white GMT. Evo 9.
This one right here? No, that's a 465. Did I get a
I got it.
SBGE?
Steel bezel GMT.
I got it.
Yeah.
You got it? Okay.
This guy.
So Dan, you're a GS fan.
Mhm.
What do you think about this one?
I mean, it's not for me, but I don't
Yeah.
think it's a bad looking watch.
Yeah. Too white?
I don't know. I'm not a GMT guy, so.
Oh, all right. You got places to go? Okay.
I mean, if I'm going somewhere, it's for vacation, so I don't care what time it is at the other time zone. I'm just chilling.
No, you don't have important meetings in different time zones in different parts
No,
of the
I
world?
probably don't even need a watch. You know, like if I'm on vacation, I probably don't even need a watch. It's just, yeah.
I like this one.
I like it too.
Yeah.
I like it too. Yeah, I like it too. I got no problems with that one.
Oh, Chris's Mad Red is incoming. Nice.
Yeah, his is incoming. Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
I know people with this watch, they get all bent out of shape with the power reserve and where it's located. I don't have a problem at all with where the power reserve is.
I like it. Yeah.
Everyone who
Power
complains about that, everyone who complains about it has never owned one. It's just like,
Yeah.
all of mine, it disappears. I don't even notice it. Like,
Colin owned one, and he still doesn't like that, for what it's worth. But most people, I think you're right.
yeah.
I mean, what about the Arpels flower watch? Wouldn't that cheer you up?
Arpels flower watch. Let's see.
It's pretty wild. Like the
Oh,
petals open up for the hours. It's wild.
Ooh.
Oh, I heard about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hated the sound of it, but yeah, it's like for 3:00 it opens 3 flowers, and then
Yeah, I
4
don't want to
o'clock
start
it's
counting how many flowers are
it's
open.
a different
like,
4 flowers. Yeah,
Does it keep it
Yeah.
open for the entire hour?
guess
think
so. And
so.
then a different 4 flowers opens the next hour.
Yeah.
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 Aw, that's nice.
I think it's a nice complication. Hate the watch.
Really?
creative.
I mean, this is just jewelry. It's not a watch. You know?
Yeah. I don't actually hate it. I'm just trying to be cranky because the guy said
Does it
it's gonna
hack?
cheer me up. I actually think it's cool. It's a cool watch. I can't front.
What's the water resistance? I don't know. Do you have to take like a little watering can and see with
I
this
think
one?
this one's not very water resistant. The one for an extra $10,000, if you go to $256,000, I think.
Orange hand. I sent Hublot a rejection email.
That's good.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Well, you know, with that one, I say let's call it a night. Dan, thanks again for joining this evening. Really, really appreciate it. So I guess no trips, no trips that would warrant a GMT. Like, would you never get a GMT? Is that what you're saying?
I borrowed one for like 3 weeks, and that fourth hand confused me because I kept thinking that was the minute hand. So yeah, I pretty much written off GMTs.
All right, fair enough. Amin, you like GMTs, right? You have a couple in your collection now.
I gotta say, I don't love GMTs either. I like the look of some GMT watches, but not the GMT functionality.
But which GMTs do you have?
Yeah, right.
Can you be more obvious?
We're an hour and 6 minutes in, dude. It's not the time. Don't do it. But I'll say even that watch, which will go unnamed, I like the colors. I like the overall appearance. The fact that it's a GMT, I don't actually like that.
Yeah.
So if it was like a Submariner with a blue-black bezel, you'd be okay with that too?
I think I'd prefer it.
Fair enough. Well, Ahmed, you have some watches that have come into the collection, and we haven't seen any. When do you do a live stream?
Reviews,
review?
I think, are coming up.
Okay.
I got batteries for this thing. I got a little mat to cover my ugly table here. So
that was holding you up from doing reviews was
those things were small barriers to doing reviews. Yeah, I think I'm feeling it. It's coming.
Awesome. Good stuff. Well, guys, really appreciate the chat. You guys participating this evening. Guys always make it fun. Dan, Amin, thanks again, and see you guys on Thursday. All right, take care. Good night.
Good night, everyone.